Welcome to Deep Techno Elite. I am Deepmala Vakode. In the last session, we have learned how to work with HTML, CSS and JavaScript with PHP. Also, we have seen comments in PHP. In this session, we are going to learn about the variables and its type. Also, we are going to see scope of variables in PHP. Then we will have a look at different data types as well as we will see the keywords in PHP. So let's get started with subscribing the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. First of all, let's start the XAMPP server. Click on XAMPP control panel and start Apache. And now let's start the Visual Studio Code. I'm going to close this. Click on the Explorer and now let's create a file. Call it as variable.php. First of all, let's see what is variable. A variable is simply a container that is used to store both numeric and non-numeric data or information that can be used later in a program. PHP has its own way to declare and store variables. In PHP, there are few rules for declaring the variables. So let's have a look at them. The first one is a variable is declared using a dollar symbol followed by a variable name. Variable name must start with a letter or underscore character. Variable name cannot start with a number or special symbol. Variable name can only contain alphanumeric character and underscore. Variable name should not contain space. Variables are assigned with the equals to operator with the variable on left hand side and the expression to be evaluated on the right. The value of a variable is the value of its most recently assigned. As PHP is a loosely typed language, so we do not need to declare the data types of the variable. It's automatically analyze the values and make conversions to its correct data type. Variable names are case sensitive, that is $name and $name and $name are the different variables. Syntax of declaring a variable in PHP is $variable name equals to and value. Now let's have an example. Angle bracket question mark PHP and question mark angle bracket. And now let's have a variable $name equals to Deepmala. And now let's have an output echo and a string hello. We can concatenate variable with string using a dot, that is a concatenation operator. So let's pass the variable $name inside the echo statement. To concatenate with the string hello, we use dot between the variable name and a string, end with semicolon. Save this and let's open a browser. Type here localhost :8080 /tutorial and / and the file name, that is variable.php. And press enter. Notice that it's actually write Deepmala with the string hello. So what we have done here? We have just called the variable and its value will be displayed as output. As we have seen, a variable name in PHP are case sensitive. So let's have a look at that. Echo my name is and a concatenate operator, that is dot, and a variable name $name. Now let's put one more dot to concatenate the HTML tag, that is break semicolon. Now let's have one more statement. Echo my name is dot $. Now let's change the variable name dot break And now let's have one more statement. Echo my name is dot name break. Now let's save this and let's have a output. Refresh the browser. So here you can see the first output, my name is Deepmala, and then we have this error message, undefined variable name and undefined variable name in line number 5 and 6. So the variable name capital name is different from the variable name small name and so on. We assign the value Deepmala to a variable name using a assignment operator that is equals to in PHP. And now let's have an example for sum of two numbers. Let's have a PHP block. So let's declare a variable $x with a value 100 and second variable $y with a value 200 and add these two numbers using arithmetic operator that is plus sign. Let's have a variable to store the result $z equals to $x plus $y. Now let's have an output using echo statement sum equals to $z. Save this. We have passed the variable with a string in echo statement. Now let's have a look at the output. Refresh the browser and now we can see here the output will be the addition of two numbers, that is 300. Similarly, we can perform a more arithmetic operations like subtraction, multiplication and so on. Let's move on towards the data types which we use to construct our variables. So the first one is string. A string is a sequence of characters like Deepmala. Next one is integer. Integer are the whole number without a decimal point like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 100, 200. Both positive and negative integers can be assigned to variable. Next data type is double, that is floating point number like 1.234 or 12.34. Let's have an example. Let's declare a variable $a equals to 1.123. Let's declare one more variable $b equals to 2.345. Let's add these two numbers. Declare one more variable to store the result $a plus $b. Let's have an output echo $c. Let's add a break. Save this and let's have an output. And here we have an addition of two floating point number. Next data type is Boolean. A Boolean represents two possible states, that is true or false. Booleans are often used in conditional testing. We will learn more about it in upcoming sessions. Next data type is null value. Null is a special data type which can have only one value, that is null. A variable of data type null is a variable that has no value assigned to it. If a variable is created without a value, it is automatically assigned a null value. Let's have an example. $text equals to hello world $text equals to null var underscore dump dump in the bracket $text. The PHP var_dump function returns the data type and value. Save this and let's have a look at the output. Refresh the browser and here we have a output null. Next data type is array. An array stores a multiple value in one single variable. Let's have an example. I am going to have another PHP block. Now let's declare a variable color equals to array in the bracket. Let's pass the value red, green, and let's have one more blue. var_dump into the bracket $color. Save this and refresh the browser. Here we can see the array containing 3 elements and its data type is string and its value red, green and blue. We will see array in detail in upcoming sessions. So let's move on towards the next data type, that is object. An object is a data type which stores data and information and how to process that data. In PHP, an object must be implicitly declared. This is an advanced topic of PHP which we will discuss later in detail. And the last one is resources. Resources are not the exact data type in PHP. Basically, these are used to store some functions calls or references to external PHP resources. For example, a database call, it is an external resource that is an advanced topic of PHP. So we will discuss it later in detail with example. And now let's move on to the scope of variable in PHP. Variables can be declared anywhere in the PHP script. PHP has 3 different variable scope, that is local, global and static. A variable declared with a function has a local scope and can only be accessed within the function. Let's have a look at the example. Let's have a PHP block. Declare a function local_variable. Opening curly bracket. Let's declare a variable $num equals to 10. Put a comment here, local variable echo local variable declared inside the function is $num end with the semicolon. Now let's call the function local_var function semicolon. Save this and let's have a look at the output. Refresh the browser and here we have the output. Local variable declared inside the function is 10. And now let's see what happens if I use the variable outside the function. Let's put a comment local variable outside the function echo local variable outside the function is $num. Let's have a break here. break. Save this and refresh the browser. And here we have an error message, undefined variable num, because local variables are only recognized by the function in which they are declared. And now let's have a look at the global variables. A variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function. Let's have an example. $num equals to 5. Let's have a comment. Global scope function global underscore var let's have an opening curly bracket and a keyword global $num semicolon echo variable inside the function dot $num semicolon echo break. After the closing curly bracket, now let's call the function global underscore var echo variable outside the function dot $num echo break. Save this and let's have a look at the output. And here you can see we have accessed the variable inside the function and outside the function. And now let's have a look at the static variable. Normally, when a function is completed its execution, all of its variables are deleted. Sometimes we need to store a variable even after completion of function execution. Therefore, we use a static keyword before the variable. Static variable exists only in a local function. It does not free its memory after the program execution. Let's have a look at the example. PHP block function my test opening curly bracket static $x equals to 0 semicolon echo $x $x plus plus. And now let's call the function myTest echo break. Let's copy this and paste it here for 2 times. Save this and let's have a look at the output. Refresh the browser. Each time the function is called, that variable will still have the information it contained from the last time the function was called. The variable is still local to the function. Well, that's all for today's session. To learn more, subscribe the channel and hit the bell to receive the notification. If you enjoy the video, hit the like and comment below. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.